What's the biggest growing pain?
Talent workforce shortage, that's the biggest one. Bottom line, and it's not just in engineering and manufacturing, it goes all the way down to construction. It's all industries right now, there's a talent shortage out there.
It's a unique and challenging problem to have. More jobs than there are people to do them. Companies that have come to the Space Coast are fighting hard for workers, ones with special sets of skills. But what do you do if you can't find them? You grow them. Michelle Imperato shows us all that's being done to teach and train the new space workforce.
There's a movement on the Space Coast.
So what it has to do now is heat up.
To get a new generation trained and ready to enter industries like manufacturing and machining that desperately need a workforce.
It seems like for a long time, college was the only path. And even though people knew that there still is a working class, they still, didn't train them.
Mary McCormick is teaching high school students how to use state-of-the-art machining technology, 3D printers, lathes, and mills, and the basics of the industry like welding and soldering. It's STEM education coming to life at Bayside High School in Palm Bay.
If I can get them to a certain level, I know they'll get a job. I mean, I have companies saying, hey, we're gonna add 300 or 400 jobs in the next year or two. How many people can you send us?
The course is specifically designed to fill the growing need in our own backyard. Aerospace companies relocating to or building production facilities in Brevard County need workers, and fast. Over the next decade, nearly 3.5 million manufacturing jobs will likely need to be filled nationwide, and experts say nearly 2 million won't because of the lack of skilled workers. Bayside is just one example of how the county has taken an active role in making sure employers are getting their most valuable resource, employees, from right here in Central Florida.
It's all now about building the talent pipeline here in Brevard County, starting with middle school, actually elementary school, middle school, and high school, building that talent pipeline.
17-year-old Devin DeLuge is learning how to solder, a skill that will help the high school junior land his dream job working under the hoods of BMWs. He has his foot in the door at a local dealership, but this class and others like it are creating opportunity.
And I went there and I told them that my goals were to be hired there in the mechanics area. And so they were like, yeah, go to UTI. And so I was like, all right. And so when I graduate, while I'm working at BMW, I go to UTI to study the mechanics route. And then I come back and they said that they'd put me right in their shop.
This year, McCormick students are even working on a project for NASA.
Our assignment is to make a locker stud that goes in a stowable locker that'll go up on the International Space Station.
To be able to know that we have some of the best technology that NASA and larger companies are using, it's like an awesome achievement to be able to be in this class and be successful in it.
When students finish the course, they're certified production technicians, trained in safety, quality, maintenance awareness, and manufacturing and processes. The program at Bayside High is only in its second year, but with investments from across the county and state, local STEM education has exploded.
I've worked in a lot of machine shops, and this is the coolest machine shop I could have ever imagined if I could design one myself.
A quick 30 minutes up I-95 at Oak Alley High School, students are also preparing to launch right into local careers in aviation.
This is the time to get into aviation. The need's there, the jobs are there. The industry right now is in bad shape as far as the number of mechanics out there. Since our kids complete a program with certification, they can move right into a job. This is a pilot student.
William McKinnish teaches aviation assembly and fabrication. He's a retired Navy veteran who worked on helicopters, Falcon jets, and planes during the war. Now he brings those skills to the classroom in Brevard County.
I am a triple retiree. I do this because I love it. And I love working with the kids, and I love seeing them be successful.
Students work on real planes and a helicopter, putting them together and taking them apart, learning the mechanics, instruments, tools, and safety. Students leave Mr. Mack's course as certified entry-level mechanics. They could make 30 grand right out of high school. Some companies even offer scholarships for workers to continue to get their education, to get their airframe and power plane license, meaning they'll make even more money.
Yeah, just go like that.
An average of nearly $48,000 a year. That's what the future holds for 17-year-old Destiny Fox.
But when I actually found out that I wanted to be an aircraft mechanic after joining this class, it's life-changing. I mean, the opportunities that we get here are unbelievable.
One of those opportunities, an eye-opening 3-week internship at Brevard, seeing the real pressures of the workplace.
I learned a lot more about the aviation background and what they do there in general.
This is not a car. You can't pull off the side of the road and fix something. It has to be right the first time. Everything they do is critical. Everything they do either saves lives or takes lives. They've got to do it right.
Right now, Mr. Mack teaches his classes in an old locker room and outdoor areas of the school, but not for long.
And you can see the first part of this is classroom with 27 computers, flight simulators are here, large printers back over here, and then you move out into the hangar, and in the hangar we can hold 3 airplanes and our helicopter can be in the hangar.
The district and state are funding and building a nearly $900,000 hangar at O'Galley, investing in the students who are the next generation of Space Coast talent and labor. Many companies already up and running can't wait for high school kids to fill their open positions. That's where CareerSource Brevard comes in, helping with long and short-term employment needs by working with local colleges like Eastern Florida State. Eastern State created the Aviation Maintenance Technician program, filtering graduates into jobs. There are 2 courses in that program that take 21 months to complete. The cost? $15,000. And CareerSource helps job seekers find training based on what's needed in the industry at that time. Short-term courses are typically less than 4 months long and mix online learning and hands-on training. They've helped people get certified as solderers, welders, and production technicians, all jobs in high demand.
It was actually kind of blind luck with CareerSource.
Cliff Nichols is starting his second chance at 33 years old.
Nichols spent 8 years working in security, but with a baby on the way, he knew he needed to find a career path instead of just another job. He had some background in manufacturing, so he was able to land a job here at Diamondback Firearms in Cocoa. But after just 5 months, he was laid off and found himself searching for a career path once again.
The Melbourne native signed up for information from CareerSource Brevard to check out job openings in the area. One day, he got an email about an 11-week training program for computer numerical control machines, also known as CNC machines. The automated machines are used across the manufacturing industry and can do so much, like cut, shape, and grind a variety of materials. They run on coded instructions, but someone has to operate the machine. It was a perfect fit. He applied for a scholarship program through CareerSource Brevard, filled out the proper paperwork. Since he was laid off, the course was free, and it led Nichols to a job before he even finished the classes. Now, he operates a CNC machine for SeaDeck in Rockledge, making customized padding for boat decks.
It's a big company, but it's got that feel of a real tight-knit, family-oriented company. And it fits awesome with my schedule because I also coach football at Titusville High School. So we work from 4:30 to 3 o'clock, and then I can go to practice, and we get Fridays off, so I really enjoy that too.
Healthcare, 401k?
Healthcare is good. 401k is awesome. Good time off. You know, I think overall it's a phenomenal company to work for.
Nichols is already planning to go back for more training so he can move up in his new career and his company, filling the void of skilled workers.
It melts it on.
And one day, young students in Brevard like Devin,
Can you go to the other toolbox?
Destiny, and their classmates will do the same.